My understanding with AA is that there is a 12-step recovery path and there is a spiritual element. Would you talk about that? What does that mean?
Sure. The 12-step program is an incredible paradigm. It is still the most successful method for relieving yourself of your addictions or moving yourself into recovery. But my thought process really is more around the idea of, rather than wrestle with a day-to-day recovery, just wrestling with that every single day, the one day at a time paradigm, if you will, rather than wrestle with that day to day, I think there's a real possibility to be recovered. And to be recovered, I think, requires that we move on to the next phase of our lives. And the 12-step program, although it is incredibly successful, and it has really, it has gone a great distance in alleviating recidivism among addicts, far better than any other program ever has, I still believe that there is a pathway to transcend that, so that you don't become a member of a 12-step program for the rest of your life. That there is something past that. There is a freedom beyond that particular pathway.
So really, I guess there's the risk of replacing one addiction with another, in a sense of like a social addiction.
Sure. It's called substitution, where basically you substitute one thing for another. When I first got sober, I substituted exercise for my addictions, and I started taking care of my body better. But it really became an obsession and almost an addiction before it just became then part of my daily routine. But lots and lots of people get caught up in the social realm of their 12-step program, and they decide that this is a great place to be, which it is. And it definitely keeps them from their addictions, and it definitely gives them a pathway to follow, where whenever they have the temptation to fall back into their addictions, they have tools that they can use that can keep them from falling back, from the recidivism. But I believe that we have a path to free ourselves from the tools, that we can create a whole new set of tools, that we can move ourselves into rewiring our brain into a whole new conscious pattern of thinking, where we know that we are going to have a new starting point. We are going to, from that starting point, we are going to absolutely get a new discipline around what we do, how we do it, develop a willingness to continue to do that, and then we're going to practice that over and over and over again. And when we're done with that, we're going to practice some more, so that it becomes part of our daily lifestyle.